David, that proved that these people are charlatans.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And that the state must take action to regulate some of these things.
Boy.
David, somebody like Agrada, how on earth? You see, in what civilized country would this lady have a church?
It's about faith, oh.
Have members? No, you see, faith doesn't mean that common sense must be diluted or thrown to the dogs.
Yeah,
If you prophesy,
your common sense is not diluted. But
So,
how do you measure the people in that sense, their common sense? How will you measure it?
So the state must protect those who are vulnerable. That is what we have to do.
Well.
Now, David, about the election proper. I've received a lot of calls. Many people asking me whether I'm surprised about the result. Yes, I'm surprised about it, but I'm not surprised that people lost. Because going into an election, anybody could have. If I'm surprised, Alan Chemartin's vote. But NPP, I'm not surprised they were defeated by the margin. David, this election confirms three things largely. The Ghanaian people are not fools. They may be silent, but when they speak, they will speak so loudly. And Nkrumah said it. Never take the silence of the Ghanaian people as timidity. They are not. David, for me, I don't think this is Bamia's defeat. I don't think so. I think this is a rejection of the maladministration of the Kufuor government, of which Bamia is part. I'm choosing my words carefully. I'm saying that I don't think this is Bamia's defeat. I think it's a rejection of the Kufuor government, of which Bamia is part. David, this government was elected with 1 million vote difference in raw terms. 2016. 8 years, you are losing by 1.6 million. David, Rollins Sekure Nyasa. Maybe people are not understanding the victory of Mahama. The gap, and David, the 9 constituencies, that is outstanding. I'm told that our Kumsin is almost losing. So it means that Mahama may even stretch the gap to 1.7 million. Per what I'm picking up. David, not even Rollins. This Ekufuor party, right, NPP, has taken NPP back 24 years to 1996. Third, that's the second. Third is that the people like the Ashanti regional minister, Wuntumi, and co must today be resigning from the party. David, why am I saying so? Article 256 is very clear. This regional minister sat on public platform. He himself, David, the chief administrator of the region, the president, couldn't name 5 monumental things. The John Mahama they demonized, sat on public platforms, said whatever they said. In one term, built the most monumental project in Ashanti history, KJT market, $296 million. He has superintendent over a region at a point where the murder capital of this region. They say they build roads. David, which government hasn't built roads? I'll be a hypocrite if I say the NPP hasn't done anything there. But what monumental thing? 5 promises of interchange, not one has been completed. KJT phase 2, the women are still in the dust. Now, when you say it, this minister has the boldness to even take public platforms and denigrate the brand and say, I won't do it. If you won't do interview, the results is there. The original chairman sat on his platform, insulted Alan Chemartin in clear terms. The party didn't issue a statement. There was no condemnation, nothing. He went further to even to the extent, case are in the cards, forgive me, to call the vice presidential candidate of the NDC as a witch. The impunity, the arrogance. The president was the chief arrowhead and they were copying him. After 2020, he came and sat on sat on the Tech FM and told the people of Kwabre Mampontin and Sakra Unu. David, for the first time, the Ashanti region didn't even cross the 70th mark when it comes to voter turnout. 92, Kura David, near military rule, no Musho Rollins.
Yeah, people still 49%.
Yeah. David, and in the coming days, I will be breaking down. The people are saying that, oh, the voting register is bloated. It's not bloated. Check our history. People didn't vote. And people are saying that, oh, Mahama didn't gain in votes. He gained 6 million. It's 6.2. There's a 6.2. It's increased 100,000. Right? NPP people didn't vote. Who told you NPP has supporters of 6 million? Where? Which data says NPP people have 6 million? They don't have 6 million people. David, this election, nearly 7 million people didn't vote. Over 35% of registered voters didn't vote. Why didn't they vote? We sat here and analyzed the NCC year for them. A gentleman called and told you, David, you are a useless journalist because we are discussing a survey. We sat here and analyzed the Afrobarometer for them. They called us professional Jeremias. David, arrogance, tintin tirinti, akakabensam.
You know, if you listen to some key members of the MP,
and this is not just Mohammed's victory. Look at Parliament. Yeah. As at this morning, I checked.
It's so surprising.
You are not careful. John Mahama will have to test of Parliament. Yesterday, someone told, now we won't do yeah. The speaker will say, the MPP members will respond, passing low. This is it. Yeah. Every single region, a bit. Yeah. For the first time, the NDC is getting over 7 seats in the Ashanti region. That is unprecedented. And David, you see, you cannot take people for food. So the audio, David, I'll play it for you, whether total record or not. This is the video, Kennedy Japan. Just open my mic. They will hear.
You can't beat Mahama. Now see me and Kase, my Kase. We lost the election in 2022. Oh yes. Yes, Miss.
What exactly did you mean by that? Because we need MPP Fragberry, Obia Kennedy Beck campaign on Adudanko Kufuado and neighbor MPP government.
Yes.
But the same Kase. They lost the election in 2022.
Yeah.
And now NDC communicators as a kind of car by no.
Let them say. Me say. Yeah. Me catch roll straight. So I don't know the man making it straight and then me making it straight. I was referring to Bawumia. Because Bawumia na catch it say, if your fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you.
So David, that's it. But David, lastly on the NDC. 2016, Akufo-Addo had the record. 2024, he is living as the worst president who's pretending over the NDC, the NPP. Mm-hmm. Now, David, the Afrobarometer survey all over the world, there's worship, except Ghana, where political parties will not obey it. I told you that when it comes to approval rating, this president has the worst. When it comes to corruption perception index, he has the worst. When it comes to media freedom, he has the worst. John Mahama and the NDC must be guided by history. Prof. Jane is on the cups of history. It's already made history. Yesterday, I like what she said. She always opened the door for women to pass through. John Mahama must never forget that 1.6 million Ghanaians, difference, David, is trusting him with the mandate of Ghana.
We'll talk some more about the elections, but voter turnout.